Okay, thank you. I will now call on stage the 5 applicants to join the board so they can give a more thorough speech. So Mathieu from Jaguar, will you come on stage? Zaid from LinkedIn. Robert from Neo Telecom. Pierre-Olivier, I'm not sure he's here. And Lionel from Schneider Electric.
Ils ont des problèmes plus ou moins légaux qu'il doit régler avec les syndicats. Pierre-Olivier, c'est pour ça que je peux pas venir.
So just before presenting the applicants for the board, as a reminder, today we have 6 board seats. And it was written in the article of the association that after 3 years of operations, there should be a draw to decide who would be the 2 living members within the board. So we have run a draw, and the draw designed Neo Telecom and Jaguar Network. So they are also applying again for the board. But just to let you know, it was not a decision within the board, say, okay, who is leaving? No, not me, okay, you. No, it's not like that. We have done a draw, and this is it. And this will be the same for next year, because at first we had the six founding members that were constituting the first board of directors. So the first draw, as I said, did selected Jaguar and Neo, and next year that will be a draw for the 4 remaining members within the board. And in 2 years from now, there will no need to have a draw, because from the original members, there will be only 2 of them, and automatically they will be designated to be competing with possible new members. And there will be also additional elections by the end of the year, but I will talk about that later, because we decided within the board that for now, all the companies you see there are indeed companies. I mean, the people representing the companies do not represent themselves, they represent their companies. So when voting within the board, this is the vote of the company. And in case the people in the company is not available or is leaving the company has to nominate someone else to represent the within France AX board. But it was done during the first year to have, I would say, the support from the founding members. It was very important that the founding members did support the organization. And for instance, we had no financial issues, but if we had, then we would have asked to the founding members to help. So we hadn't to do that, but it was the reason why we have made that. So we decided that for the renewal, it will still be companies represented within the board, but then there will be election by the end of the year that will allow 2 additional seats within the board. So we'll upgrade from 6 seats to 8 seats. So I will talk about that later this afternoon, because before running that, we will have to discuss about the evolution of the article of the association, and you will have to vote yes or no for such changes. So for now, there are Akamai, Bouygues Telecom, Google Interaction, Jaguar Network, and Neo Telecom. And if you remind what happened, in fact, the founding members were Akamai, Interaction, Jaguar Network, and Neo. And we had run an extraordinary assembly. It was in December 2010. Some of you were there. And then there were elections to say, do you agree for Bouygues Telecom and Google to join? And I do remember that there was a huge majority to vote yes for the integration within the board. So I already mentioned that. So the applicants, so there is Zaid from LinkedIn, and even if there is no obligation for a board member to be a customer of the IX, the good point is that LinkedIn just signed with France AX and joined the IX. But if you read the article of the association, anyone from outside can apply for the board. You don't need to have a contract with a private company. This is totally differentiated. But in practice, the point is that all the people here are members of the company. There is Robert Léger from Neo Telecom. Pierre-Olivier Lompré should have attended, but he informed us that there was serious issues and he was not able to make it for this morning. So I don't know if he will come today, but he should have been there. Also Lionel Marie from Schneider Electric. Some people may wonder why Schneider Electric is connected to FranceX. Maybe he could explain. And this is also a good point to see members that are not operators or ISPs connected to the exchange. And more and more members are also this type of customers. And also you have Mathieu Paonessa working for Jaguar Network. So we have published on our website all the CVs, motivation letters, and so on from the applicants. So if some of you want to add something on the mic, it's up to you. I don't know if Zahid, you want to add or specify something. I don't force anybody. I just allow you to add a few words if you want to.
Thank you. I am very happy to become a member recently with LinkedIn to join FranceX. LinkedIn, as you know, is starting to become very popular in France. We have actually an office now. We are actually have paying members, and I think we're more than 2 or 3 million members now in France. So part of the motivation is to reach out to our members by increasing our traffic on here. I'm particularly interested in the Marseille Exchange, and been talking with some people to how to build it, how to make it stronger. So part of that is also my motivation of joining the board. There's a lot of nice undersea cable systems that come to Marseille, so you can get a lot of people joining from North Africa or Middle East. I think that would be very, very interesting to grow that exchange rather than having to go other parts of Europe. I am also very active in Internet Society, very open to making sure that the Internet is open and stable, and so that is something I do on my spare time. I'll be very honored to be on the board if appointed. Thank you.
Thank you, Zaid. Next one is Robert Léger from Neo Telecom. And as I mentioned before, Neo Telecom is one of the founding members of FranceX. So Robert, if you want to add something.
Oui,
In
Franck,
French or in English?
je préfère le faire en français. C'est une vengeance personnelle par rapport à la candidature de Pierre-Olivier qui a envoyé son CV en français. Et quand je vois le temps que j'ai passé à le faire en anglais, je ne l'avais pas vraiment forcément prévu. Si vous êtes tous réunis aujourd'hui dans cette assemblée, c'est que vous êtes des participants actifs au développement du FranceX. Comme l'a rappelé Franck, Neo Telecom faisait partie des fondateurs du FranceX. On a investi beaucoup dans cette aventure. Hein. On a investi, on a donné beaucoup de moyens humains, on a mis à disposition des infrastructures, que ce soit de la fibre, du réseau. Et maintenant, FranceX est devenu mature, hein, après ces 3 ans, comme vous l'avez vu, les chiffres sont impressionnants. On continue à participer dans ce développement. Tu parlais tout à l'heure du point multimédia. Je pense que Neo Telecom est un des acteurs actifs sur cet aspect-là. Neo Telecom, je pense que vous le savez tous, on est aussi très actifs dans la communauté, hein, la communauté des opérateurs et des membres de l'Internet. On est présent depuis des années sur les événements internationaux tels que le NANOG, le GPF, le Global Peering Forum, l'EPF, et cette année sur l'African Peering Forum. Nous sommes aussi très actifs sur la communauté française. On a l'occasion d'organiser des événements ou sponsoriser des événements comme on l'a fait récemment, vendredi dernier, sur le FRNOG. On est membre fondateur, on a toujours participé au board, et malheureusement on a été tiré au sort avec Jaguar pour que notre candidature soit renouvelée. on a demandé à Franck quelles étaient ses attentes pour le développement du France X. Et ce qui est ressorti, c'est qu'il fallait un accompagnement maintenant plus marketing, stratégique, commercial, pour aider à développer des programmes revendeurs et des programmes de partenariat. Et Néo Télécom a décidé non pas cette fois-ci de mettre un candidat plus technique, mais proposer ma candidature. Moi, je m'occupe du marketing chez Néo et je m'occupe également du développement des filiales. Donc, c'est pour cela que Néo présente ma candidature. C'est pour donner une nouvelle impulsion, une impulsion un peu différente dans ce développement du France X. Je dirais, pour paraphraser mon ami, votez pour moi pour que l'on continue à participer à cette aventure. Néo Télécom y croit et j'y crois beaucoup aussi. Merci. Désolé pour le français.
So I just also put the slide for Pierre-Olivier Lompré that could not make it this morning. So you have more details on our website. You can get access to the CV and motivation letter from all the applicants. And Pierre-Olivier is working for Nerim. And Nerim has just signed also with France X. So do not think that I asked to the members that did not sign yet that they should sign to be able to apply for the board. It's just the context that is like that. So it just happened at the same time. So now I let the floor to Lionel Marie. If Lionel want to add something either in French or in English.
Bonjour, je vais faire en français et en anglais en fait. C'est plus simple. Le cheveu sur la soupe en fait. Pourquoi Schneider Electric se présente au board member? Moi en fait j'ai envie d'amener juste une expérience. C'est-à-dire pourquoi Schneider Electric? Moi en fait je considère Schneider comme un petit ISP. On donne accès à 40 000 personnes au net pour nos end users en Europe. Et on a utilisé France X pour capter en fait du trafic. Typiquement cloud, alors bien sûr cloud, voilà, marketing, etc. Donc, je l'ai dit, nous en fait ce qui nous intéresse c'est de pirer en fait pour aller chercher du trafic cloud critique pour nos applications. Vous pouvez demander à Google qui est ici, à Mike qui est là-bas, vous pouvez demander aux gens d'Amazon, il y a Microsoft, etc. En fait, toutes les plateformes sur lesquelles nous sommes en train de migrer des applications critiques, on les sort de notre accès de commodité Internet et on pire. C'est aujourd'hui une condition sine qua non pour qu'une solution cloud chez Schneider soit adoptée. Maintenant, on pire, on ne va plus sur Internet. Donc c'est un peu cette expérience que j'aimerais partager au sein du France X. Je pense que c'est peut-être aujourd'hui aussi un moment de basculer et de ne plus avoir que des content providers et des ISP France X. Moi, mon histoire, je suis en train de la raconter à pas mal de sociétés du CAC 40 en ce moment, parce que ça les intéresse. Et ils sont en train de se dire que c'est une super idée, en fait, de pirer pour aller chercher du trafic Amazon pour du IaaS, du Google, du Microsoft aussi. Nous, on va aller sur Azure, mais il y a beaucoup de gens qui vont sur Azure. Et ça fait beaucoup de sens, en fait, parce qu'on réduit la latence, on a des gros tuyaux, et ça permet de garantir des performances qu'on n'a pas en passant par Internet. Voilà un peu l'objet de ma présence. Mon feedback, vous voyez, je connais un peu le peering. J'étais peering manager chez Colt dans les années 2000. Donc je connais Franck, on s'est rencontrés à cette époque-là. Et j'ai vraiment été très attiré pour amener cette expérience dans une corporate comme Schneider. Pour votre info, ça marche tellement bien qu'on est en train de répliquer ça aux États-Unis et en APAC. C'est-à-dire qu'on est en train vraiment de construire une politique de peering pour accéder au cloud. Et avec des partenaires qui sont dans la salle aussi, on pourra en discuter. Okay, just in English if you want. Smaller. Okay, so just to make it short, if you want just to share with me why Schneider Electric is going through some peering change like France X or others, just come back to me. I will explain. I just not want to take the scene for the moment. So if you want, you can talk to Google if you want, Amazon here. We are just peering with this kind of company because we want to reach content from cloud provider directly instead of going through the public internet. Okay, so we have now a global internet peering strategy, and just to reach the cloud. This is the main topic in Schneider Electric for the moment. Okay, so if you want to talk about that with me, just come. Okay.
Donc le prochain candidat fait aussi partie des membres fondateurs. Et chose que les gens ne savent pas forcément, c'est qu'en fait le POP que l'on a à Marseille, on s'appuie plus que fortement sur l'équipe de Jaguar, puisqu'on n'a pas nous-mêmes d'équipe sur place. Donc c'est grâce à l'équipe de Jaguar que ce POP notamment est en service. Donc je laisse la parole à Mathieu.
I'm going to do it in English and then in French. Well, you all know Jaguar, board member, founding member. And, well, we think being one of the members that have to be re-elected is actually an opportunity to show the community what we've done during those 3 years with Nico and with Raphael, who joined us and who were representing Jaguar at the board. Today, well, we're thinking FranceX is on a good step, but we have new challenges coming in, especially in Marseille, where we have a lot of challenges to attract operator and to stop this chicken and egg that we're currently facing. So, well, that's why I'm here today to represent Jaguar and hopefully bring our knowledge of the market in Marseille, but also the market in Africa, where I've been spending quite a lot of time in the past few years, helping like FranceX, the Axis project with ISOC, developing internet exchange point in Africa, also regular tenant of Afunic, AFPIF, and strong knowledge of that market. So, well, you all know Jaguar Network is based in Marseille. We tend to help as much as possible FranceX on this. And, well, that's it. Hopefully, you will vote for us and we'll be able to continue our effort in bringing up FranceX up and up and up again. Juste un petit mot en français. Donc, pour résumer, Jaguar, vous nous connaissez, je pense, à peu près tous ici. On est basé à Marseille, qui est un avantage ou un inconvénient. Dans le cas de FranceX, on apporte une vue un peu de la région, tout simplement, puisque les 90% des opérateurs en France sont basés à Paris, mais en étant à Marseille, on a une vue un petit peu différente. Surtout, on est là pour aider le point d'échange à Marseille, attirer des opérateurs venant d'Afrique et d'étrangers pour augmenter la capacité, faire croître FranceX sur ce point. Et donc, on a été relativement content d'être tiré au sort, puisque ça permet de se remettre en question. Et donc, à la communauté de décider si vous souhaitez que l'on soit encore là pour les 3 prochaines années et apporter notre aide et notre expertise. Merci.
Raphaël Monnier will present the application of Pierre-Olivier Lompré.
Yes, I will take it in English. So I just got a call from Pierre-Olivier. So he was supposed to be there this morning, but he had some legal issue to face this morning with the new acquisition they made in Paris. And he told me that he's been in the peering and industry for about almost 12 years. And Gregory from Nerim will come just before the vote this afternoon. And he told me that he just wants to be part of FranceX because they were a great adventure when he was with people like Club Internet in Paris. And qu'est-ce qu'il m'a dit? Just have to remind what he told me. Yes, so the point is Pierre-Olivier is a guy that is not only a technical guy, he's a guy that knows the techniques and know how to work in exchange or works a company, because he just run Nerim and just was able to do 2 acquisitions. So he's the kind of guy that FranceX needs to go further.
Merci pour lui. So for the voting process, so you can see that we have 5 people applying for the board, and this afternoon you will have to vote for 2 of them. So the way it works is that you will have small boxes to vote. You will have some explanation how to use them. So this is an electronic vote. We'll have the results in real time. We'll see how many people are voting and so on. And we'll have automatic results shown on the screen. And you will have several points to vote, not only the renewal of the board members, but you'll see that you'll have 2 people to choose. And please keep in mind that these people will represent their company and not themselves, as I mentioned previously. And they will be elected for 3 years. And so it means that if they change within the company has to nominate someone else during the 3 years, except if the company decides to leave the board itself. And so the two people collecting the highest number of votes will be elected. And of course, some of you may say, what does happen if there is exactly the same number of votes for two people? So we had forgotten to take that case, but we thought a few days ago that it may happen, so we don't know yet. So I can just tell you that we have the case in mind, and I think that if there is two people, at least the two first one getting the same number of votes, then we will run a second vote, and we will do that until we can differentiate the people. So I hope it does not happen, because it will complicate the elections, but no one knows. So we will join the vote. It's up to you. And we are an association, and this is why you are there, and you will vote for our board members. So good luck for the people applying for the board. Best of luck, and the result is in your hands. Thank you.